Okie dokie. Now, this is going to be a small sequence, but it's going to be chopped into little sections because I'm uploading a big 4 gigabyte doodah, and it's called But Not as Some Performance. It's about the flow. The flow is a word that I've seen over the years, yet again, co-opted. Now, there is only one fine mind that still is my audience. No matter what, have your audience in mind. And that audience said something useful, shared, articulated. Constructive criticism. I'm not used to, there's a road 500 yards there. That's what it is. It's, the noise is like, I know a much better place than this, which is 5 miles that way. That's the point. The flow. I'm going to come to the flow in a minute, but it might not look like it. Every single thing here is in its place for the day. I have to flow into this day, and I can show simplification, but also, you see, all I care about is 2 things. Well, 3 things. First of all, good, brave, open, clear ways of communicating important things, which is in Britain terribly difficult these days. Anyway, that's the first thing, but let's put that to number 3. Prior to number 3, the only reason I've got time to think about number 3, as I've just done in my big fat video, is for the environment. We have to conserve anything. If I'm going to use hydrocarbons today, so I have to use them in the most efficient way. Absolute minimize my use of those hydrocarbons, and also that means I minimize the money, and much more important, actually, well, no, the item 1 is, of course, for the next generation, the most important thing. But for myself, to be able to function, minimize time and energy and cost. And I'm going to show what it's all about. The Simple Life is just about the flow. It's about the flow. Now, I don't like it, that these words, and I'm actually going to show something. A dancing woman. This word flow has been co-opted by the lifestyle brigade that everything has become. And I actually pity them, because the flow, as I half an hour ago started to internalize, no, it's the wrong word. The picture of the flow of my day started to arise in me half an hour ago. And the only reason it did is because I got time and energy, because my flow is brilliant. Almost always, not occasionally. Actually, yesterday afternoon, you just get a little bit. But because I got the flow pictured, visualized in my mind as to the day, how I get through certain things I've got to do within the next 24 hours, I was free to create, or rather riff upon my thought about, hang on a minute, the culture is full of this symbolic, patriarchal, wrong word. The culture, our culture, uses the symbolism, or rather, it's a thing. This, like, father-daughter uses it. It's almost like a currency. Anyway, in a minute.